Right now, I love this. This could be the ultimate handyman special, Dave. Revitalizing an old school in the small town of Wishart, Saskatchewan is also a labor of love. So not only a potential for a special like this. So like a lot of communities in Saskatchewan, Wishart's small and getting smaller, down to some 65 people now. Well, the old school had been closed, vandalized over time, and it was pretty far gone, but now it's getting a new lease on life.
That's all thanks to 30-year-old Jason Nelson and his friend and business partner, Mitchell Fay. Jason joins us now. Jason, welcome. How did you decide to renovate that old school, and why? How did that come about?
Hi, guys. Well, first of all, it kind of just started. We're watching it year by year kind of get more dilapidated, and Mitch and I, it's a very special place for us, so we just couldn't really take it anymore, so we decided to start our own project and just decided to purchase it and start fixing it up and just kind of see what happened after that.
Why is it so special to you?
Well, Wishart in general is a very special place, I think, to everybody who grew up there. The school was full of a lot of heart and a lot of pride. We really stuck together, and we were a big family. So every square foot of that building has a very special memory, I think, to everybody who went to that building.
Do you have a favorite memory?
Oh, I have many favorite memories. I mean, I was actually the kid who didn't really like school, ironically. I mean, just playing sports and the pride of the town coming together was some of my favorite memories. Just the whole town uniting around the sports teams and really backing the school as a whole.
What was the school mascot? I'm trying to picture this as you're telling me.
There was no school mascot. Actually, it was too small for that, but we were known as the Wishart Marauders.
Loving it. 30-year-old Jason Nelson is with us. He and his friend and business partner, Mitch Fay, actually bought the old school in Wishart, Saskatchewan, and they're rebuilding it, renovating it, fixing it. What kind of shape was it in when you finally bought it?
It was pretty rough. The roof had been leaking quite bad, so there was a lot of water damage. But it wasn't as bad as everybody thought. It was just because there was so much humidity in there, and as it rose up, it made some damage to the drywall and things like this. So there was some vandalism as well. The windows are all broken, but it's nothing that we can't handle.
What was the tipping point for you? You're the kid who doesn't even like school. You're watching this old building kind of crumble before your eyes. At what point were you sitting there going, no, you know what? I'm not going to let this happen?
Well, the point, I guess, I mean, I started traveling around the world when I was about 23 and started seeing a lot of different amazing eco-villages and communities that really bind together, even though there is only a few people. And I thought, why can't we do that in Saskatchewan and create a model and perhaps a new form of community to bridge the gap between conventional and intentional ways, and we could bring community back to this place and ultimately help lead Saskatchewan into a sustainable, brighter future.
So you figure the building is the key to all this?
I think it's a step. Yeah, it's really the heart, because the building, the vision for it is to be basically a university of excellence where people can come and gather, do workshops, learn about food resilience, learn about sustainability, get building practices, and have something that they can take away for the rest of their life.
We're speaking with Jason Nelson. He's 30 years old, and he has bought, him and his business partner, the school in Wishart, Saskatchewan. He's on the line with us, telling us about this labor of love on Main Street today on NewsTalk 980 CJME 650 CKOM. So you bought the place. What have you done on it so far?
So last year we already did 10,000 square feet of roofing, which we made into an EPDM roof. So it's a rubber membrane, which is also the most renewable type of roofing material you can get. So also we can build a living roof on top of that as well. So there'll be gardens on top of the roof. And then the inside, we've completely gutted. The whole inside is all taken apart. All the moldy stuff is completely removed. And it's basically ready to be put back together. We've got the windows all ordered, and they're waiting to be put in. And also the power got turned back on last fall, too. So that's
nice.
All in 2 years.
Wow.
So what does this look like when it's done, Jason? Is it still have all the different schoolrooms and you're just repurposing them, or you say you've pretty much cleaned out the inside. It's just become a big space?
No, actually, because it's a cinder block building. So all the walls are cinder block and concrete, so it all looks exactly the same. We just took off the roofing inside, the ceiling panels and things like that could collect mold. And so we've taken all that apart, and like the floor tiles, the carpet, those kinds of things, so that the inside of the building looks identical to how it always has.
That is so cool. Jason Nelson is with us. He is repurposing the school in Wishart, Saskatchewan, even though he never even liked school when he was going to that building. This is Main Street on NewsTalk 980 CJME 650 CKOM. Jason, what do you want the community to use it for after?
Well, the school is for the community, and we want it to be for basically a call out to the entire world to have a centralized space to come and learn about sustainability, learn about environment, community. We can bring unity to and human connection and show creativity, bring enlightenment to basically whoever wants to come there and learn to be free to be themselves. And, it's also going to be used for food production, so we'll have attached greenhouses on it as well. There's orchard that's already been planted. The gardens will be starting to be developed in the next year as well, so there'll be food for surrounding communities and that community.
It sounds like your world travels have brought you back to rebuild something in cinder block to continue an inner journey that you're having. It sounds like you want to just share that with others.
Yeah, exactly. I think the whole group that all of us who are participating in this building and in this project, it's that for all of us. You know, we just want to share the space and share the special Wishart pride with everybody and the community as a whole, and basically share community with the rest of the world. And
I was going to say, Jason, what has the community of Wishart, what has their reaction been?
Well, I think a lot of people just don't quite know what we're doing just yet. They're just really happy that we're doing something with the old school. We're also doing things with some other buildings in town as well. So we're building an eco bed and breakfast out of the old community, or out of the old town hall, the RM office. And so that's another project. They just see us working around town all the time and trying to fix things up. So I think
you got to be careful, Jason. You might make this a destination where people want to live, and then they'll have to use the school as a school again or something.
Well, that's kind of the idea.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it would be. So we would love it to be a learning space again as well, and have many kinds of workshops, events, music, drama, anything, just all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's very cool. How much does all this cost, if I could ask?
Thus so far, I mean, the building cost $250,000 to buy it back, and then we've invested $68,000 into it already.
Wow.
And I can't even project the amount that it's going to cost because
we're not stopping at this point.
No, we're not stopping. I mean, we'll raise the money when we can, when we need to, and we'll just work really hard to make it happen. So we also run a company in the city called No Worries Contracting, and so we fund this project through our company.
Very wonderful. Jason, thanks for sharing your story with us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Nailed it.